Hello, everyone. The month is already finishing, and I'm already finishing my book, the last book I'm going to read this month. Um, this is like I'm missing 20 pages or so. I do still have time until the 31 of August. I still may read um, this book here that T.K. Fisher What Moves the Dead because there is a new one coming out and I want to see if I want to buy it or not. So this is what I'm going to read until the end of the month. So allow me to tell you what I'm going to read in September. And before that, let me show you a mammoth book. So this is a normal H normal mass paperback, and this is like the paperback version of it. Version. So yeah, this one, this book is gigantic, and I mean gigantic. Look here, I could put three books of I5 here and that. So this is a very big, beefy book. This is 10 books in one called Raised by a Killer Extreme Horror, the complete series by Sun Commissar. Um, and let's start with this one. I'm going to start this book without any doubt. This is a book I can't grab and go to my workplace. So this one I'm going to read at home. This has, as I said, 10 books or novellas or something like that. Some are more 200 pages, some are a bit less. And my goal is to read at least one or two of these books. At least the wording is, well, big, gigantic, but it's the word itself are bigger. So let's start what I'm going to read in the month of this month of September. The first one I'm going to definitely read is this one, Just But Scott, The Night Stalker Sanctum. This is the sequel of this Night Stalker, which I read a couple of this month, and I want to read this one sequel of the book. I want to know more, and I don't want to forget about some of the characters and plots and so on. So this is going to be a sequel. By the way, this is going to be the monthly of sequels. The second book I'm going to read, it's also a sequel as well, Gangrel by Gerard Fleming. This is the third book in the Clan series, and it deals with Gangrel, I deduce. Um, I'm I'm enjoying the series so far, but it's not something that I would advise much people to read it unless they are vampire lovers or vampire wannabes or something that loves this world of darkness, because if you don't, I don't think that this book is for you. The first and the second are very similar and very connected because it's the same story but two timelines different, and I don't know where this is going, if this is follow up of the second or if it is a third vision of the story. So let's see how this goes. The next one is going to be as well a sequel, Legion by Dan Habit. This is the seventh book. The seventh book of Horus Heresy. And this one is the first one that deals with Alpha Legionnaires. And this is one that delves a bit more to this war, and I believe back in the day when this was released, which was 20 years ago, almost 20 years ago. um, this was kind of new because Dan Habit said, "Okay, I want to do something new, and I want to put some Easter eggs here," and he did it. And Alpharius become Omegon, and there are two Primax instead of one. There were a lot of new things here, so I'm eagerly waiting for to read this one. The next one, there are 54, so seven to go. Seven that I'm going to read, then 54 to go. Next one is going to be Road of the Patriarch by Al Salvatore. This is the third book in the Sellswords series. It follows Jarlax and Entreri. I've been the last book I read was last year, so I'm reading one per year, and I'm finally read. After this is going to be a change, and let's see how it goes. Because after this book, if I'm not mistaken, I can read the the 6-part book series, War of the Spider Queen. I still have to go, but I want to read chronologically. Next sequel, Morgan Stank. This is Murder on the Lamplight Express. This is a mystery spunk book. I read The Murderous Pindle Manor back in August last year. I really love it, and I want to continue. That's it. I, 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 I don't understand why Morgan Stank is one of most known. Why she's not that well known. She's known, but not that well known. Maybe because she writes self-published books. I don't know. I don't see that much appearance from her or him. I don't know if it's a man or a woman. Um, but it's very good. I'm really loving this. This looks like it's going to be Murder in the Orient Express kind of scenario. So I'm eagerly reading this. This is another funny fantasy novel with great characters. I really love it. The first one, and again, chapter 13 has nothing. So just like this. So yeah, it's very cool. I really love what she or he did this. I don't know. I think she's a she. I believe she's a she. I don't know. It doesn't matter, man. It's a man or woman. I don't care. It's a person. Josh Reynolds, Gotrek and Felix, Serpent Queen. This is another book in the Gotrek and Felix that it's not a direct sequel. Basically, there is a story within the Gotrek and Felix in the old world. There are like 15 books, and then they stopped writing. Someday they returned and said, okay, let's start making a couple of books within the time period they disappear, Gotrek and Felix, and let's put them there. So there is no payoff in the end because you know these characters will survive. Like not like the other ones that we okay. Well, there's a series, but you know what I mean. It's there is no payoff in that regard. But I really eagerly to waiting this. This they went to the land of the dead. So I guess this is going to be a bit different from the remaining the other books I do have from them. But George Reynolds is a well accomplished novelist. So let's see. Two more books to show you. The first one was Philip Facrassi, Don't Let Them Get You Down. It's, let me just read here so you know what book is about. This is the first one that's not a sequel. In a deeply dark novel about depression and the madness inside each one of us. When Peter Radcliffe loses his wife, it will take more than pills and therapy to help him find his way back to a world where normality reigns and the desperate are left alone to fend for themselves, to reacclimate with a savage world into a savage world or perish trying. A broken love story about self-despair and lengths will go find our way back. It looks like a fast a book that is fast in terms of reading, but highly disturbing. I'm eagerly waiting because this is my first intake on Philip Fracassi. Another one I'm eagerly waiting because this is the first known that from this author Simon Clark. He is known for other books, and I read several of them, and I didn't enjoy them all at all. And so this, I said, okay, instead of going to read some odd stuff that he wrote, and because I chose uh, in the story, I didn't check on Goodreads, and they were poorly received. This one was well received. It's the fall, very beefy book, 500 pages. The past is the past is a different country. They do things differently. In a summer meadow, Time has begun to run backwards. Along with the soil, grass, insects that lie within the boundaries, more than 50 accidental time travelers are transported to the past. Man and woman were innocently visiting an ancient amphitheater that lies at the heart of his mysterious site. Now, TV director Sam Baker finds himself on the strange journey of his life. Forces beyond comprehension drive him at first back a few moments, then days, then years. He and his fellow travelers must learn to survive in a world that is becoming increasingly alien. 17 skinheads are a menace. Fashion nightmare. Credit cards won't buy a meal in the 40s. Driving a modern day car along the Victorian roads, packed with horse drawn vehicles. On this retro journey lurks hidden danger. Sam Baker and his companions aren't the only castaways in times. There are those who watch the world of yesteryear with envious eyes and plant their attack and on the unsuspecting, indefended citizens of nearby Casterton, a town that Sam Baker will become his Alamo. The Fall is a Simon Clark's most ambitious novel yet. Surreal, fast-moving, exhilarating, horrifying. It will take you on a strange journey where your only future is the past. It looks pretty good, so I'm eagerly waiting this. I was and deciding between this one or or King Blood, which is his own or other best known author. And I don't know why I wanted to read this one. I chose this one, but I probably should have chosen this one, which is his best work in terms of Goodreads and in terms of Goodreads ratings. So these are my one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8 books. Nothing major, nothing too much ambitious. Um, if I have time, if I have time, not if I have time, I will finish also The Border by Robert McMahon, which I started this month, and I'm going to finish as well the next month. This is not the ninth because it's a finish. So yeah, thank you guys. Have a great day.